that first of all, I'd like to thank you all for making time to come for this investment conference in Homa Bay. The confidence that you have shown in the growth path and the vision that the Homa Bay County government has set is amazing. I am overwhelmed and I am humbled, and sometimes you can plan something, but then that thing can turn out and plan you because it can become much bigger than you imagined it would be. And this is what this investment conference has become. It has become much bigger, much broader, much more impactful than we had imagined or even planned for. And I'd like to really, really thank God for his favor in making sure that this has happened. Your Excellency, Prime Minister Raila Odinga, I'd like to thank you very much for making time to come today, but not just that. We'd like to thank you for devolution, because without devolution that you fought for so fervently, you saw this vision a long time ago, long before we saw it. Without devolution, it would not have been possible today for us to have the conversations and to discuss investments directly into counties. We would all have to go to Nairobi, and everybody would have to converge there, and sometimes parts of the country would be left behind for whatever reasons. And so I'd like to really, really thank you for supporting devolution fervently, even after bringing it. You have stood firm for devolution. I'd also like to thank you for the support that you have given me as governor of Homa Bay, and also that the party of ODM has given me. And without you, really, I would not be standing here as the first woman governor of Homa Bay County and the first woman to be governor in this part of the country. And it is not taken for granted. I'm sincerely most grateful. I'd like to thank the leadership of Homa Bay County for the support that you have provided, starting with our senator, our members of parliament from Homa Bay. Tafadhali msimame tu. Nataka kuwashukuru sana for the support, the undivided attention. Our chairman of the ODM party, Mbadi Nyang Jadimo, asante sana for the support that you have granted us and that you have supported us, and all of us who are standing here. I see Honorable Dr. Ivo Bara, Honorable Senator Beatrice Ogola, Honorable Martin Owino, Ward Chief, Honorable Bensuda, Honorable Adipo Wonokuome, Honorable George Peter Pondokaluma, and our Senator. Thank you so much for making time to come. And I know Honorable Millie Grace Odhiambo Mabona, we were here with her on Monday, and she didn't manage to come today, but we have stood together to also Honorable Sachalis Ongondowere, a member of parliament for Kasipul. Thank you so very, very much. You have stood with us. You have supported the agenda of devolution here in Homa Bay, and I thank you very much for that undivided support. Because investors want to see that there is an environment of political stability. And that is what the coming together here of all these political leaders from Homa Bay is showcasing. And I'd like to thank the MCAs, the leadership and the MCAs. Just stand up. The assembly has been peaceful. The assembly has been committed. The assembly has supported our agenda and our vision for unlocking the endless potential that is in Homa Bay. Mr. Speaker, sir, and the leadership of the assembly, I thank you very, very much. Asanteni Mketi. I'd already thanked my CECs. I thank my colleague governors, those who are here yesterday, including the chair of the Council of Governors, Governor Cecil Mbarire, Governor Susan Gihika, Governor of Kericho, Governor Eric Mutai, and the governors who are here today for the support that has been granted. I'd like to say that we in Homa Bay, through our CIDP and consultation with the people, and the people of Homa Bay, I'd like to thank you. Ago nuero kamano. Pamuru ne unuegi. I thank you because for the days that we have had guests here, you have maintained order, you have maintained peace, and you have stated by your conduct and behavior that Homa Bay is ready for investment because it has a hardworking people that is peaceful, that is welcoming, that is warm. Makofi, pamuru gino matek kabisa for yourselves. Through our CIDP, which is very, very participatory, and we obtain views at the cluster level, we have prioritized a couple of value chains. We can do many value chains, but we have prioritized to be leaders in a few. We grow maize, we grow sorghum, we grow millet, we do a lot of value chains. And Homa Bay is 80% agricultural, and we also have 80% of Kenya's Lake Victoria. But we want to be leaders in a few of these value chains, Your Excellency, Prime Minister. One being cotton. We have registered farmers, 37,000 farmers who have registered 43,000 acres to put under cotton. The country has a goal this year of producing 100,000 acres on cotton. And if we have 43,000 acres on cotton, it means okay. Okay, I was being asked to recognize Dr. Willie, whom I had already recognized before. Asante sana, Daktari. I know you're representing Professor Anyongo, who will be here with us tomorrow. I'd like to state that if the country is getting 100,000 acres and Homa Bay is able to produce 43,000 acres, it means that we have the capacity to produce 50% of Kenya's cotton. And we are ready. And the 43,000 acres is not guesswork. These are farmers who have registered themselves on the Kiamis. So the data is available and is geo-referenced. We know where they are, we know how they are. And we have already found with the DG here and CC for Agriculture, 10 tons of cotton seed, BT, that one we're getting for ourselves. We also have another 10 ton, which we are going to get from the national government. That can be able to do about 20,000 acres. We're still looking for seed to do more, and our partners are here, RVP and the others, and we hope that we're going to work together to cover this amount of cotton. And I'm happy and delighted that we have signed an MOU here with RVP to come and establish a ginnery here in Homa Bay. Because currently our farmers are taking their cotton all the way to Salawa in Baringo. And once that cotton goes, it means our farmers are selling the lint and they are selling the seed all at the same time. Yet the seed can produce oil and produce seed cake, and we can have the value chains that can remain here even with our women. So I'm very, very delighted, and I want to ask RVP, kama si leo, ni leo hii. Please start to do the ginnery. We are assuring you that on our end, we will work with our cotton cooperatives to do the production that you require. And tomorrow is an LREP day here that will be presided over by Professor Nyong, and we are all here. We will be talking about the synergies. How can we synergize? What can we produce and process in Migori and Siaya and Busia? What can Siaya, Busia, Kisii produce that can be processed here so that we can leverage on the economies of scale. Another value chain is the oil palm, edible oils, sunflower, oil palm, groundnuts, soya. Homa Bay is a groundnut belt. Anywhere you step, if you put seeds for groundnut, it will grow. And so we want to do those value chains. That is the second. The third one is fish. And we are happy that yesterday, when His Excellency the President was here, he provided an operating license for Victory Farms to set up a new fish processing farm at the Riwa Special Economic Zone, which we also received a developer's a license for yesterday. What that means is that aquaculture is big here, and we want to thank Victory for all the work that you're doing, because right now we are probably the fastest growing fish tilapia fish farm in the whole of Africa, nearly in the world actually. So I think we have a big opportunity in aquaculture. And the final one is tourism. So Homa Bay, as you were saying, those who are flying in today, you saw the true bay of endless potential. If you see some of sceneries in Homa Bay, it might appear to you like you are in Spain or Italy. Hapana. You are just in Homa Bay. And we want to open ourselves to tourism. We have the Ruma National Park. And the Roan antelope is only found in the Ruma National Park in Kenya. And some people don't know that here in Homa Bay we have buffaloes, we have rhinos, we have giraffe, we have all those animals, and 3 of the big 5 can actually be found here. We have Simbi Nyaima. It is a volcanic crater lake, and it is mythical. If you came from somewhere that you have not confessed your sins, and you go and throw a stone into Simbi Nyaima, the stone will come right back at you. and it will hit you. So if you want to discover that that is the truth, you can go and try. So together with the Kenya Tourism Board, we have been working together to do not just the Homa Bay tourism sites, but the entire Western Kenya tourism circuit that involves all the 14 counties of the Lake Region Economic Bloc. So those are the value chains that we are prioritizing, together with the sweet potatoes, which are the sweetest here. They come from Governor Orengo's home, the other side, in Kabondo Kasipul, and also Dr. Bara's place. That is where you find the sweetest sweet potatoes. And we are looking for investments in that area as well. Actually, the sweet potatoes of Homa Bay were eaten by the late Queen of England. She would order them to be sent to the Buckingham Palace. Na hiyo si story. It is the truth. Then the pineapples of Rangwe, we also have that as a value chain that we are moving forward. So I'd like to really thank the national government entities that are here and that have walked this journey with us, and to say that we are committed to the transformation of this county. The other day we launched the G7, which is the group of 7 women governors, and we did the plan for the Homa Bay chapter. And as Governor Wavinya said, we are looking at moving from G7 to G16, which means we are looking forward to moving from 7 governors, not backwards, but forward to get 16 women governors moving forward. So I'd like to really, having said those many remarks, I would like to really thank you once again and state that in Homa Bay we are ready for investment. We are open for investment. We have packaged the investment opportunities. They are ready and they are documented. And therefore, investors, we welcome you. And I stated yesterday, and I'd like to state again, we do not entertain corruption here. So if you are an investor who's coming in to invest and somebody is telling you to give them something, you know, kitu kidogo or something else or something like that, please just contact us, because that is not acceptable. We are putting together a one-stop shop for investment, so that when you come, you can get all your information in one place at one go, so that nobody moves you back and forth. At the Riwa Special Economic Zone, we have 536 acres of land, which we are giving to investors who are willing to invest. So it is leases, we are giving long-term leases, and it is for no charge or peppercorn charge. The land is available. It is government land. It is available for investment. And this is now a special economic zone, which means that if you want to manufacture for export, for example, you will be able to get all the incentives, including any items you import will be tax-free. The county will also not ask you for any taxes. The national government will not be asking you for VAT or import duty or anything. So this is a big incentive that we'd like you to utilize. Finally, I'd like to thank really the local investors who have invested in Homa Bay. And I see architect Jerry Ndong here. Just rise up. Asante sana. These are some of the local investors, and many of them are here. I think Engineer Philip Okundi was also attending here. And I'd like to encourage local investment. Our senator said it. Nobody will invest here if we, sons and daughters of Homa Bay, don't lead the way in investment. The last couple of days, when people have been looking for hotel rooms here, it has been a nightmare. And these guests can confirm to you. Amaniaje wageni? Yeah, it has been a nightmare to just find rooms. The few that we have been full and overflowing. And Homa Bay is the center now. Sasa, tuanze kujenga mahoteli. I was telling the CEO of the Council of Governors that next year we will be bidding strongly, and I'll be speaking to my colleagues, we'll be bidding strongly to host the Devolution Conference. Na sasa, she is telling me, there is no way Devolution Conference will come if we do not increase our bed capacity for hotels. Because Devolution Conference, at least 7,000 people will be sleeping within the presence of Homa Bay. And I was telling her we can combine with Kisii, we can combine with Migori and Siaya, so people can sleep in all those places, and we can provide transport for them to come. And that is excellent. But Homa Bay people, tafadhali, let's take our money away from where we are hiding. No, I don't want to say from Nairobi because Sakaja is here. But if he wasn't here, I would have said that. Lakini sahi sisemi. Leta tusonge, tukuje nyumbani. Let's come home. There is big opportunity and big time potential. So with those many remarks, let me thank you once again, Tomboya, and our MPs, the ones who have come from outside Homa Bay. Dr. James Nikal, our chairman of Dual. Bwana Orero, who is our Migogo, our export from Homa Bay to Kibra. Asante sana. Masara, my friend, Peter Francis Masara. Asanteni sana for making time. Catherine Muma, thank you. My sister Kamene, asante sana. Rene, thank you so very much for making time to come and be with us at this important function. So thank you. And with those many remarks, I'd like to take this opportunity